I think from a cybersecurity perspective, we really look at it from a couple perspectives. First and foremost, we want to educate folks on how to actually protect our house. So we actually are running a program, which I'm really excited about. We don't have a date on it yet, to educate the workforce, and it's called the Cyber Escape Room. And it's just a mechanism to educate internal employees on best practices from a cybersecurity perspective. I think the second piece is what I would call cyber hygiene. So we really want to ensure that every functioning capability within HHS, that we're constantly kicking the tires and making sure that they meet the ATO standards that we put in place. And while we're doing that, while we're ensuring that they meet the ATO standards, we're also trying to take the governance process or the ATO process associated with cybersecurity and fold it in with some of our investment review boards. So not only automate it from a change control perspective, from automating controls in the commercial cloud environment, but also bring it forward into the front end of the business process so that you're thinking about cybersecurity when you're designing the solution or thinking about the COT that you're going to use. And I think the last piece, and I'm really excited about this, and we just proofed it and only on 24 hours worth of data. And I'll say that, and I'll make this comment too, is that when we did it, we actually had the capability to do it, and we had the capability to do it within an existing contract. So we didn't have to contract for it because we had already contracted for it. We just weren't using the capability. We're actually taking all the data that hits our trusted internet connection every day, and we're running a neural network to analyze that data. And what we've learned in a 2-week proof that we literally did like 2 weeks ago, what we've learned is that we can analyze 24 hours of data in a matter of seconds. And historically, that took 4 days for an analyst to look at. So those are kind of the three approaches that we're taking. I think that as it relates to kind of HHS, I think the last kind of approach that I'll mention, and we're not sure how it fits in, but we think it's important to our industrial base, is we're testing behavioral-based identity at the edge of the network. So how can I, instead of using a username and password, how can I use 240 indicators of behavior associated with a wireless device or a wearable to determine your identity and provide access? 240 indicators that you can't mimic: a facial scan, a retina scan, the motion associated with which you pick up your phone, how often do you call, how often do you text, what apps do you use on a regular basis, who do you video chat with, who do you phone chat with, right? Because I video chat with my kids, I phone chat with my wife, right? A little bit different. And we're doing that because we believe that behavioral-based identity at the edge of the network not only improves the cybersecurity posture of the agency, we think it'll help first responders in the field that need access to different information in the event of a public health emergency. We also think it is a great point to start to engage the private sector healthcare community on protecting and de-identifying data sets in and of itself. So that's kind of the areas we're focused on.
The biggest difference I've seen in the last 5 years here at HHS is we're spending a lot more time thinking about security as we build new solutions. When I first got here, it was just build the solution, get it out the door as fast as you humanly can. And so that's been a very welcome change. The other thing that I think we're doing now, which is smart, is that because we're all leveraging similar solutions, we're all leveraging the same controls. There's a lot of good in that because I don't have to think about, like Jose was describing, well, if Jose comes up with this solution, I'm going to just copy and paste that. I'm not going to try to recreate it on my own. I'm going to go to Jose and say, hey, Jose, I would like to leverage that solution. Can you show me how to do it? So you see a lot more of that at HHS. And there's just, I give Janet Vogel a lot of credit for this, our Chief Information Security Officer. The education that an HHS employee gets across the department on security, bar none. I mean, it is amazing. It is so good.